Jayam Vishpada Paramamsa Parvagacharya Ashotarashita Sri Srimad Abhayacharya Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki, ISKCON Founderacharya Srila Prabhupada Ki, Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki, प्रेम से पुकारो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की, श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम को राधा को गोवर्धन की, श्री वृंदावन की, श्री द्वारका धाम, श्री मथुरा धाम की, श्री द्वारका धाम की, गंगा माई की, यमुना की, भक्ति देवी की, तुलसी देवी की, तराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, हरे कृष्णा महामंत्र की, निताय गौर प्रमानंदे, हरे all glorious assemblies, हरे कृष्णा, all glorious assemblies, हरे कृष्णा, all glorious assemblies, हरे कृष्णा, all श्री गुरु एंड गौर। ओम विष्णुपाद पुस्तकालय श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी रामने नमस्ते देवे गौरचार्य धन्यवाद प्रसादारिणे।
श्री गुरु वंदन का अनुवाद इस प्रकार है, आप सब साथ में बोल सकते हैं। हमारे देव के चरण कमल ही एकमात्र साधन है के द्वारा हम शुद्ध भक्ति प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। मैं उनके चरण कमलों में जीव भौतिक महासागर को कृष्ण प्राप्त। मेरी एकमात्र इच्छा है कि मुख कमल नित्य शब्दों द्वारा अपनी चेतना को शुद्ध करूं। चरण कमलों में ऐसी सिद्धि है को पूर्ण है। बंद आंखों को खोलते हैं तथा मेरे हृदय में दिव्य ज्ञान भरते हैं। जन्म जन्मावे मेरे प्रभु हैं, वे प्रेरणा भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं और अविद्या करते हैं। वे शास्त्र चरित्र का गुणगान करते हैं। हे प्रभुपाद करुणा सिद्ध आत्मा के मित्र, आप सबके गुरुओं के जीवन है। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद मुझ पर मुझे अपने श्री चरणों की प्रदान कीजिए। आपका यश तीनों लोग। जगत गुरु प्रभुपाद की, हिज ग्रेस पतंजलि मुनि प्रभु जी की जय। behalf of ISKCON Dwarka, we like to welcome Prabhuji by loudly chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. His Grace Patanjali Muni Prabhu ki jai. Jagat Guru Padi jai.
जय राधा माधव माधव जय कुंज विहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यदनंदन जन रंजन। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। Jaya Yasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladev Jaya Subhadra Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gora Haribol 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 Nitai Gora Haribol Jai Paramamsa Parukacharya Asotarasta Sri Srimad Acharya Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Gaudiya Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prabhu Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Kun Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Sri Mayapur Dham Ki Sri Dwarka Dham Ki Sri Mathura Dham Ki Ganga Mai Ki Yamuna Mai Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Tulasi Devi Ki Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Nitai Gaur Varande Hari Hari Bo all good wishes assembled devotees Hare Krishna all good wishes assembled devotees Hare Krishna all good wishes assembled devotees Hare Krishna all good wishes to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashta Preshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktil Bhavati Naishtaki Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Thank you very much. I'm truly honored to be here, Rukmini Dwarkadish Temple. And also I'd like to thank Sri Gaur Prabhu kindly arranged all the facilities and gave me opportunity to speak. Thank you. And the last time, I think it was April, I think, we met first time. And I had a great enthusiasm in this temple. And we discussed, next time when I come, we'll speak on Vidura Niti. So finally, our word came true. And also last time when I came here, Hari Namananda Prabhu looked after me very nicely. I can see all the face of Prabhu also, I remember last time I saw. So now I feel here a bit at home. I don't feel new at all. I hope you are the same. Okay. So normally we start on Bhaktam verses and then read and then all proper purport. So today a bit different. So we'll straight into Vidura Niti. So the Vidura Niti, the importance of Vidura Niti is this, that amongst all the characters in Mahabharata, all the characters has a certain defect in them. So start from Bhishmadev, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Bhishmadev. If you look at detail, although they are Jiva Muktas, exalted personalities, and yet certain minor human fault is there. But amongst all the personalities, Vidura is one of the most balanced person. So that's why he used to give all the instructions and guidance. And basically he's a main advisor for all the issues where the royal family are facing. So, but who is Vidura? Originally, Vidura is Yamaraj, yes. So actually, he's giving us insight from his original post as a Yamaraj. So, what is the job of Yamaraj? People are come after material life, after die, they come here, they are on judgment seat, so that they have to judge how they lived. According to that judgment, you may go to heavenly planet, or you may go to the hellish planet. So he's looking at so many people. But he found something very interesting. From birth, let's say they are crawling baby stage, to old age, everybody looking for pleasure and their own happiness. No doubt. Crawling baby, something nice, they put under their mouth, they're chewing, something they're taking. All the people trying to take something. Why? They want to be happy. But out of all the cases, observations of all the cases, do they get happiness at the end? No. They get opposite. So this year in the Bhagavatam, he came as Vidura. He asked Maitreya Rishi. So this is right beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam. Atra salga pisalga stana poshana mudaye. So salga, from the creation, Bhagavatam starts. So right in the beginning, in the creation chapter 3rd, Vidura meeting Maitreya Rishi asking, hey, Bhagavan, he addressed Maitreya Rishi as Bhagavan because he's the exalted personality. Look at here, Vidura Uvacha. Skaya karmani karoti logo. In this loka, in this material, so many people, skaya, for the purpose of sukha, karmani karoti. So many activities they do. Some people arrange things so that nice to see. Some people arrange things so nice to hear, nice to touch, nice to wear, nice to sit, nice to stay, etc. But natai sukam va anyat upanamam baha. Tai, by that arrangement, nasukam. They don't get happiness. In order to achieve something, you make an endeavor. You have to get it right. But according to his observation, none of them getting what they want. So what they want is happiness. After making such an endeavor, they don't get happiness. Then what do they get? What do they get? Here it says, Natai sukam ba anyat upanambaha. On top of that, if you made such an endeavor, they should have a little bit of satisfaction also. At least a certain amount of satisfaction. But anyat uparamamba. Uparamam means is satisfaction. They don't get satisfaction also. Deep down they feel something is missing all the time. Never feel this is enough. Nobody feels this is enough. Always a little bit more, little bit more. So one time, Rockefeller, he was questioned by one reporter. You are a rich man. So you give us a definition of richness. How much money we need to have to be called as I'm rich man? You can define. Rockefeller thought about it. Oh, that's a very good question. So I'll give a definition of what is rich. So his answer was, little bit more. That was his answer. No matter how rich you are, if you get little bit more, that is the definition of rich. They want always a little bit more. So in this way, they never get satisfaction. Bindeta bhuyas. So if they don't get satisfaction, if they don't get happiness, bindeta, what do they get? What do they achieve? Bhuyaha, the opposite, the contrary things. So what is the contrary things? Tata eva dukkam. They get dukkha. I tried hard for happiness. I tried hard for sukha, but dukkha comes. So here asking, yat atra yuktam. So what to do? Yukta, how we have to engage ourselves in our life? Please tell us how to live our life. Bhagavan Bhadennaha. Hey Bhagavan, hey Maitreya Rishi, Bhadennaha. You please instruct us. For us, Naha instructs. In this way, Vidura poses very important question through his insight. He saw so many cases of people. That's his job. Judging the people is his job. And then he got this conclusion. So he got instruction from Maitreya Rishi. And then he realized something. So let me put this one. So that how to live in this world. How to avoid the dukkha. So by the way, what is the definition of dukkha? Anyone knows what does it mean by dukkha? Or what do you mean by sukha? What is the definition of sukha? In Sanskrit word, sukha means sukha. Su means well, good. So su bhadra, all the bhadra auspiciousness. Su bhadra, very good auspiciousness. Ka means, what is ka? Buddhir, Vayu, Analo, Vayu, Kam. Ka means space, air, the space. So in olden days, when you make a wheel, there always space in the middle, so that you put another, the stick inside, so that this wheel goes, wheel turns. So this hollow, the space has to be exact right size goes with the stick, so that it goes nicely. Otherwise, if it's space too big, then the wheel will fall out. If it's too tight, then the wheel won't move properly. So in this way, sukha means it goes well, it runs well as you expect it. This is sukha. But dukkha means the opposite. It doesn't go well as I expected. So actually dukkha means, we feel that dukkha means misery. No, dukkha is not misery really. Dukkha means thing doesn't go well as we planned. So this is a dukkha definition. So how many things go well as our plan? So we make a plan, okay, this year I want to complete this project, but it gets delayed. Always happens. Anyway, so in this way, the definition of sukha is things goes well. Definition of dukkha is things doesn't go well. But now, is sukha, the meaning of sukha more developed into enjoyment. Ultimately, people want to enjoy, isn't it? So now sukha means when you enjoy something, when you feel nice something, it's called sukha. Dukkha means when you feel something miserable, it's called dukkha. In this way, the meaning is a bit developed. So in this way, that Vidura defined genuinely how to live in this material world. So he defined in Mahabharata, between conversation between Dhritarashtra. So before, actually, he was kicked out by Duryodhana. So that Dhritarashtra asking Vidura, now war is imminent, so how to handle this situation? So that Vidura said to Dhritarashtra, to be frank, you remove your first son, Duryodhana. This is the only possible solution. But, as you know, Duryodhana heard this one. And then, during that, after discussion, Duryodhana came in. Almost he insulted, he got his servant to beat Vidura, his own uncle. And then Vidura, okay, I'm done with this kingdom. He put bow and arrow at the doorknob of Duryodhana, he left. So before he left, he had a conversation with the Dhritarashtra, and then that conversation condensed into Vidura Niti Shatakam. So Vidura Niti means rules and regulation, how to live a world. And Shataka means 100 verses. Shata means 100. So in this way, this 100 verse, which is condensed in Mahabharata, is called Vidura Niti Shatakam. So it is Vidura Niti Shatakam start with interesting verse. So I read that first. Sukartina Kutta Vidya Nasti vidyartina sukham. Sukartiva tyajet vidyam. Vidyartiva tyajet sukham. Very simple verse. So, sukha arti. So, arti means seekers. Sukha arti. Those seekers of pleasure. So, that is saying in English, human beings are programmed pleasure seekers. So, by default, as soon as you take a birth, you seek certain sensory pleasure. So, sukha arti. Sukha arti ba, what do you say here? Kutta vidya. So, once you seek that part, that seeking one pleasure after another pleasure, then vidya, spiritual knowledge, kutta vidya. Where is that spiritual knowledge? You cannot have spiritual knowledge by pursuing your own sensory pleasure. And then, opposite, nasti vidyartina sukham. Vidyarti, those who own part of spiritual knowledge, for them, sukha, sensory pleasure is not there. So this morning I was discussing one of our devotees. Said, can we not have a boat? We have sukha as well as vidya. But Vidura says, no, you make a choice. So life is start with the birth, end with the death. What's in the between? B and D. What's in between? C. B. A, B, C, D. B, C, D, right? B and D, C. Choice. So life is nothing but choices. What kind of choice you make? This is a life. Definition of life is a B, C, D. So simple. So we want to have both. We want to have sukha as well as vidya. But Vidura's advice is, you make a choice. So you want to have sensory pleasure, you want to comfort in life, then give up spiritual knowledge. Give up going back to Godhead, you give up. That kind of idea doesn't go well. Comfort doesn't go well with spiritual practice. I'm sure here, Brahmachari here, you experience every single day, early morning, start with the cold shower. So, comfort and material pleasure goes ill with the spiritual advancement. If you want to make spiritual advancement, you have to invite voluntarily in the certain form of inconvenience. So inconvenience, what's it called in Sanskrit? Tapasa. Yes. Prabhupada gave definition of tapasa. What is tapasa? Voluntary acceptance of rules and regulations and then giving up all the habits which is not conducive to spiritual advancement. You voluntarily giving up. We all accustomed to certain habit. So we mold our life in such a way that make me comfortable. But you give up voluntarily that comfort. That is tapasa. But there is next step of tapasa. What is the higher step? Higher definition of tapasa? You accepting Guru's order. So, like Tamal Maharaj, he didn't want to go to China. Prabhupada said, no, you must go to China. Prabhupada wanted to settle all the, what you call, quarrel between the temple president. At that time, Tamal Maharaj was the leader of book distribution, Sankirtan party. He had 5 big buses. He goes everywhere. He traveling entire America. And then each temple he goes, all the Brahmacharis joining his team. So all the Brahmacharis going to joining this Sankirtan party. Sankirtan party getting bigger and bigger. Greyhound bus, big buses. So in the Mayapur, there was a big gathering of a temple president meeting. And all temple presidents complaining to Srila Prabhupada. Tamal Krishna Maharaj taking all my Brahmacharis away. Prabhupada, you can't go on like this. And the one president after another president constantly complaining to Srila Prabhupada about Tamal Krishna Maharaj. Prabhupada little bit headache. Oh, what to do? And then Prabhupada asked Tamal Krishna Maharaj, hey, what to do now? Because of you, I got so many headache. So what to do? And then Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, I don't know what to do. Shall I go to China or something? I don't know. And the next morning, early morning, Tamal Krishna Maharaj's door was knocked by one devotee. Oh, Prabhupada, urgently calling. And then what will Tamal Krishna Maharaj answer? Immediately, I'm not going. I'm not going. He felt it deep in his heart. Oh, maybe Prabhupada send me China. So he said, I'm not going. No, Prabhupada calling, Prabhupada calling. So he went to the Prabhupada room. At the time Prabhupada came out, and the Gamsha, he putting tilagun. And then, hey, Tamal, I want you to go to China. Oh, no, Prabhupada. At the China was under a tight, the communist regime. He didn't want to go. No. Prabhupada said one more time, I want you to go to China. Prabhupada said, no, I can't go. I just said it. It's not real. I mean it. And the Prabhupada, the mirror was shaking. And then, I want you to go to China. And what to do? He said, yes, Prabhupada. And then Prabhupada came out of balcony with taking Tamal Krishna Maharaj's hand. He put Tamal Krishna Maharaj's hand up. And then all the people were there. All the devotees were there. Tamal Krishna Maharaj will go to China. And all the devotees said, Jai! So in this way, the tapasa means you take up the order of Guru deep down your heart is higher form of tapasa. Whether you like it or not, whether you have it or not, it doesn't matter. Guru said, you do it. This is tapasa. But in the Bhagavatam, it says something else. But in one sense, the same line. So in the Bhagavatam, Vidura asking, in the Bhagavatam, 11th canto, Uddhava was asking many questions. What is the heroism? What is dhanam? What is tapasa? What is satyam? So there is a verse, 11th canto, it's 19th chapter. I think the verse is 38. It says here, Danda nyasa paramdhanam. So, paramdhanam, there are many forms of dhanam, charity. So, we bring some flowers to the Lord. Somehow, sometimes some rich man, they make a big donation. And also, some people doing seva, etc. There are many forms of dhanam. But paramdhanam, what is the best form? What is the best dhanam? Out of all the dhanam, all the charity, you name it, book distribution, food distribution, etc. So Krishna says, remember this, best charity is danda niyasam. So you giving up ill feeling towards others. Danda. So deep down, sometimes we get argument. One day I'm going to get you back. So we're carrying this danda within our heart. That danda, niyas, when you give up, that's real dhanam, charity. So there's a quite deep statement. So basically, in another way, you be kind to the people. You smile to the people. Sweet words to the people. This is true charity. And then he says, Kama tyagas tapasmritam. So you give up this kama, arrangement for your own comfort. You give up. That is tapaha. So here Vidura says right in the beginning, in order to make advancement in spiritual life, and also in order to live, to get true happiness, not temporary happiness, long-lasting happiness, if you want to get it, then you invite element of tapaha in your life. So ultimately, without this tapasya, you can't go far. So here, Jai Sri Sri Rukmini Dwadesh ki Jai, Sri Sri Jagannath Balade Subhadra Maharani ki Jai, Sri Sri Gauranitai ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So in this way, that you make a choice in your life, and then when you make a choice, if you make a right choice, then you invite element of certain form of austerity in your life. So actually, without even austerity, you can't even materially also you cannot be successful. So either way, even materially or spiritually, if you want to be successful, then you have to invite the element of tapasa. That's why Bhagavatam, actually, when you look at it, start with Lord Brahma's, the creation process. So when Lord Brahma was in deep meditation, he didn't know where he came from, and he didn't know what to do. I heard my job is creating this world, but he didn't know what to do. And then suddenly, he heard the kind of ocean waves, causal ocean waves, tapa, tapa. He started from tapas. And after long penance, Krishna appeared in front of him. So, interestingly, Krishna, rather than embracing, he shook hands. Interesting form of greeting. So here devotee meets and then lovingly embracing. Lord Chaitanya also, so many devotees, he embraced it. But that embrace actually is not easy actually to get it. Thousand years of austerity, all he get is a shaking hands. So through the shaking hands, Krishna gave a Shalga Shakti to Lord Brahma. Then there, very interesting words, Krishna says that, I am giving you this Shalga Shakti because you performed Chiram tapasa. Not Achiram, Chiram tapasa. It's a long penance. He says here, let me share the words. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. This is the first thing says to Lord Brahma, Krishna. Tvaya aham toshita samyak. Tvaya, by you, aham, Krishna says, aham, I am toshitaha. I am very satisfied. Samyak, completely satisfied. Veda galva shishrikshaya. Veda galva. So secret, this verse is 2:9:20. If you like to find later on, 2:9:20. So Veda galva shrikshaya. So I'll give knowledge of the Veda galva, how to create this entire universe. Shikshaya, the knowledge of creation. Because Chiram Pritena tapasa. So Pritena, here Pritena means accumulated. Long accumulated, Chiram means long, accumulated tapasa. So Dushitoshaha Kutha Yogina. Actually, I'm not that easily pleased. Lord Shiva's name is Ashutosh. He is very easily pleased. But Krishna is Dushitosh. He's not very easily pleased. So he says, especially Kutha Yoginam, those who are pretending yogis, those who are pretending devotees, those who are pretending, etc., etc. You have to have some genuine feeling. So in this way, through this tapasa, if you look at this translation, the beautiful personality of Godhead addressed Lord Brahma. O Brahma, impregnated with the Vedas, I'm very pleased, very much pleased with your long accumulated penance, with the desire for creation. Hardly am I pleased with the pseudo-mystics. In this way, we see Krishna so easily. Just walk into the temple, then you can see Krishna. But actually seeing Krishna is not that easy. Lord Brahma, he performed the thousands years of penance. Then he saw Krishna. So in this way, seeing Krishna is also another deep subject. So although I'm in a rush to go to airport now, but let me go through this one. This is, we have to go through. So the reason we see Krishna take darsa every single day is, actually in order to see Krishna within our own heart. This is a process. So As you see in the Bhagavatam, in the beginning, when you go to, let's say, the Bhakta course, etc., initial course, then we compulsory, we have to memorize certain verses. Then I'm sure you all went through your Brahmachari, you know this verse, that different stage of devotee. So that Krishna Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, Uttama Adhikari. So what is Uttama Adhikari? Salva Bhuteshu Yapashet Bhagavat Bhavam Atmanaha. So within every living entity, including me, you have to be able to see Bhagavat Bhavam. You have to see Krishna. So that ultimately, spiritual life. What is a spiritual life? Seeing Krishna, pleasing Krishna, who are within your own heart. That is spiritual life. That's the end of the story. Preaching. What is preaching? Preaching means glorification of Krishna. You see Krishna and then now tell people, this is Krishna. This is preaching. So that there is three forms of preaching. Book distribution, holy name distribution, and then finally, book distribution, holy name distribution. This wasn't that going well. So people take it easily. Prashadam distribution. This is very easy form. So this is three key principles of preaching. Yes. So fundamentally, in order to this, first step is we have to know how to see Krishna. So Bhagavatam explains very, very systematically how to see Krishna within in our heart. You know this verse already? Vidyate hridaya granthis. First of all, you have to vidyate, cut hridaya granthi. Hard note in the heart. What is a hard note in the heart? So many abhadra. Hridi anta stoi abhadrani vidunoti surit satam. So abhadra, full of abhadra within our heart. This abhadra is hridaya granthis. So we have 6 granthis. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsarya. But this impurities, most difficult one to cut is Matsarya, the envy. Envy contains element of anger. Envy contains element of kama. Envy contains element of krodha. Envy contains element of mada. Envy contains element of illusion also. If you remove this envy, then all other qualities actually considered as removed. That's why Bhagavatam right in the beginning says, Dharma Purachita Kaitavot Paratramo Nilma Saranam Satam. Bhagavatam is meant for those who are remove the Nilma Saranam, remove the element of envy. Without removing this element of envy, you cannot understand Bhagavatam. So in this way, in order to see Krishna, in order to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, first of all, Vidyate Hridaya Granthis. You grant, you have to cut. Hridaya Granthi, hard note. And then what's the next step? Chidate Salva Shamshaya. And also another thing, Shamshaya, doubt. Am I doing right? Is this right path? Constantly doubt arising. So, Shamshaya, in order to cut this Shamshaya, doubt, what we need? We need to Shraddha. So then what is Shraddha? What is the definition of Shraddha? Faith in Guru Vaksha, Guru's word and Shastra Vidhi. So Shraddha means 2 things. Faith in proper words and then faith in Srimad Bhagavatam. So within these 2 include every element of the faith. And then thirdly, what is the third line? Any remember? Vidyate Hridaya Granthis, Chidante Salva Shamshaya, and what is the third line? Hiyante Chasa Kalmani. You burn, you cut your reaction of karma. But this is not easy. That's why it comes third. We did already karma, so much karma. The reaction is coming. So how can you cut this reaction of karma? Let me give you an example. Dhritarashtra, he was born in blind. You know why? You know already. But I give you a story which you have not heard. So long time ago, Dhritarashtra was a king. Many previous life. Then he had a terrible skin disease. And so much itchy, pus is coming out. He couldn't tolerate. So he was a king. He called so many doctors, so many physicians, so many sadhus. Anyone who kills me, I'll give you a reward. Anything you like. But people came, try this, try that, nothing worked. But one time, one sadhu is passing. Let me help you. But bear in mind, this will have a heavy reaction. So if you are willing to go for this treatment, but one day you'll go through a very heavy reaction. Would you like to hear that? And he said, no problem. Enjoy now, suffer later. That is life, king's life. So what is the cure? You take eyes of swan and make a paste and then you apply it. But you have to apply enough. So how small the swan's eye is. So you make a paste, it's very little. So he killed 100 swan and took eyes out, make a paste, applied on the body, completely cured. But what is the reaction? He born in the blind and the 100 of his sons died. This is a reaction. So this reaction comes, then how to cut? There is a one way of cut. Titiksha. You have to tolerate. So what is the definition of titiksha? Sanam salva dukhanam. Whatever pain and suffering you may go through, sanam, you must tolerate. Apratikara pulvakam. Don't try to reverse it. Something happened. And then they're trying to reverse it. They're trying to hard. So like a Dhritarashtra, if he knew this knowledge, he could suffer through this pain. Maybe due to certain reason I got this pain. So let me go through rather than killing 100 swans. But he didn't went through it. He immediately, rather than aparitikara pulvakam, pritikara pulvakam. He want ordinary state of the healthy body. So in this way, he didn't want to go through this pain and suffering. So because of that, he got such a reaction. So aparitikara pulvakam, cinta bilapa rahitam, sa diksha ugatyate. So this is definition by Shankaracharya. He's saying that cinta bilapa rahitam. So don't think cinta too much, worry. Oh, if I don't remove this skin disease, one day I may die, or this will happen. So many worries. When you go through certain element of pain and suffering, so many anxiety coming. But Shastra says, don't worry too much. If you are meant to suffer, just suffer through it. And then you stick to your principle. Then what happens? Drishta eva atmani ishvare. So 지한테 자사갈만이 drishta eva atmani ishvare. If you go through these 3 stages, then finally Ishvara, Atmani, within your heart, drishta, you will see Krishna within your own heart. So today we learn through Vidura that you invite element of tapasa within your own life. And next step is you're trying to see Krishna within your own heart. This is the Jerusalem message. This is how to avoid suffering in our life. So this is how to live in this world happily. If you want to happy, if you seek happiness, happiness will run away always. You always chasing the behind the happiness. But if you truly want to happiness, you go in front. You wait until happiness comes. Happiness will come to you. Why? Because you are going through voluntary tapasa. So, I'll give you a final story and then end the class. In England one time, this is a real story. A friend of mine told me, So he used to be in the rugby club. So rugby is the heavy people, they just banging each other like this. So the heavy guys, big muscle. So one of the guys, biggest out of all of them, his habit is, he's banging his head against the wall. His habit. Somehow he feel a bit bored. Then what did you do? There is a wall. He keep banging, and then stop for a while. And the devotee friend asked, "Why you banged your head against the wall like that? It's so much pain. You're suffering because of what I'm doing." What is that? What do you mean that because of pain I'm doing? When I keep banging, so painful. But when I stop, I feel so good. So that one moment of pleasure, that live on the feeling. So he keep banging. So like that. So even rugby footballer, he goes through voluntary pain to get that one moment of enjoyment. So in this way, this is the other example. But in your life, there is no doubt that if you invite this element of voluntary inconvenience in any form, any service, whatever you do, if you endure it, then sooner or later, Krishna reward you in such a way that, I'm making one step close to Krishna. Krishna, make sure you will feel in that way. Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo. So, maybe the question maybe I'll take it later. So I'm coming back 1st of February. So if I get a chance, maybe 2nd of February, maybe we'll have a question and answer session, if you allow me. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.